Hi, I'm Stuart Law, head coach of Nepal national cricket team. Previously, I've coached a number of teams now. Since my playing days finished, I've moved into an assistant coach's role with Sri Lanka first, then on to the head coach role of Bangladesh. And then I moved to Australia to coach in the academy as the assistant coach there. And then from there, I was assisted the women's team, the men's team in Australia. And then after that, I moved into domestic cricket in Australia, coached Queensland and the Brisbane Heat in the Sheffield Shield and the Big Bash. And then from there, had a couple of years break and then moved to West Indies for 2 years. Then coached in Middlesex in London for 3 years. Then back to Bangladesh for the under-19s. I've just recently finished a stint with the USA cricket team, and now I'm here in Nepal. Look, the camp's been really good for me to get an eye on players and to see them perform in match scenarios rather than just in net sessions. I think you learn more about players during games and under that game pressure. So it's been great for me to cast an eye over to not only the guys who have been incumbent players for Nepal for a number of years now, but also the young up and comers and the guys on the fringe. And what I've seen so far, I'm pretty excited. There's a lot of talent. Just a matter of getting the right plans and getting the players to play in the right way, and hopefully we can have plenty of success. Main focus areas really is to just for me to understand the players, to get to know the players, to try and start putting them into roles within the cricket team. I think that's very important, particularly T20 cricket and 50 over cricket. The role specific for certain players, and that'll change as we go on, but just to get an idea of what we're dealing with and what I'm working with. And as I said before, I'm really looking forward to it. It's pretty exciting. The biggest takeaway is that I don't think it's a lack of talent that's holding Nepal back. It may be other areas that we might have to dip into. The mental toughness, game awareness, etc. Can improve greatly, and that's not just with Nepal. That's a lot of cricket teams. So they're the things that I think we need to really focus on now. There's bits and pieces of other aspects, but mainly I think just getting them up to speed with the match scenarios, the match awareness, and get them ready to perform under pressure on the big stage. Yeah, look, I think Nepal's always been very competent in the spin department. Most subcontinent teams are. So spin isn't really a big issue, although it's something we need to not neglect and to keep an eye on. Scoring runs consistently on the big stage, it's difficult. I know as a batsman myself, to perform day in, day out is quite difficult, but it's something we need to aspire to. And pace bowling, pace bowling's going to be a key for success in the future as well. With Nepal's aspirations to play Test cricket, I think the fast bowling department we need to build a big stable, and hopefully the youngsters coming through will see that it is a viable way to play international cricket, and that'll keep the conveyor belt coming through. But they're probably the main areas we need to focus on. Yeah, look, you don't like pinpointing any one player. From what I have seen, I said it before too, that there's an immense amount of talent here, and probably not just in the 50 guys that we've been seeing in this camp. I'm sure there's plenty more out there to come. Don't like nailing one or two people down. It sort of just takes away from everyone else. Everyone in their own right has had a good day on the cricket field in the last week or so that I've seen. So it's a pleasing aspect, really, that you've got players who can perform at any given time. Just a matter of them being able to make that step up mentally to bigger and better cricket. Remains to be seen, but I'm quietly confident that when they have this much skill, just to get a different mindset, different planning, different attitude, may be the difference for them being really successful. Yeah, look, we want to win every game. That's pretty much the directive I've been given. It's going to be difficult because you're playing Scotland in their home patch, and they're a very good cricket team. And Netherlands as well. I've seen them perform really well in Netherlands. So similar conditions to what Scotland's going to be. So we've got our work cut out for us, but I think we've got a pretty good preparation plan in place before those series matches start in Scotland. We travel into the UK and we've got a couple of weeks getting used to the conditions. And, hopefully that by the time we get to Scotland, we're at the peak of our powers and, we can go out and, put on a good show for the Nepali fans. Yeah, look, every tour is important. Going to the UK is unique. A lot of teams struggle, not just associate nations, but international nations as well. Going to the UK, they struggle in the conditions, which can be completely foreign. Number one, it can be freezing cold, it can be damp. Even though it is supposed to be summer, you're thinking that you're walking around in shorts and t-shirts, but it could be colder than the winters we're used to back in our country. So there are extremes, but look, it's an extremely important time for us. Where Nepal cricket is right now in the CWC League 2, we need to put in a really good account of ourselves to make sure that we start winning games of cricket. Winning's a habit, so is losing as well. So we need to break that losing habit. We need to get into a winning habit, and once we can do that, we can then start pushing further on. We want to maintain our ODI status, and that's number one objective. And then after that, we can slowly, steadily, climb the ladder and, hopefully qualify for World Cups in the not too distant future. Yeah, look, I believe that if you're playing good cricket, in the longer format, you learn how to play cricket. It gives you more time in the middle to feel comfortable with the conditions, which will suit us well for the T20s at the back end of that tour. Batsmen particularly, they'll get an idea of what the movement of the ball, the pace and bounce of the ball. And once they understand what it's all about, it's easy then to get into the T20. So not focusing on one or the other at the moment, just really focusing hard on being the best prepared we can be. We've got some really good games leading into that Scotland series as well. We've got 2 T20s against Gloucester in a day, and then we've got a 50-over game against Glamorgan as well. So 2 county teams, 2 good teams as well in white ball cricket. So it'll be a great test for us and great show of where we really are. The two games, in a 50-over game, you can play Test cricket, you can play one-day cricket, and then you can play T20 cricket. So I think it's a fantastic opportunity for us to get ourselves in really good form, a good mind space, an understanding of how we're going to play and the roles that the players have been given, and then we can attack the T20s. Oh, look, I've seen the Nepal fans up close and personal in the US when Nepal beat USA 3-0 in a T20 series in Dallas. And the fans were unbelievable for the Nepal side. It was like a home game for them. So I'm hoping that, and I know that the Nepalese people, they're spread out around the world and they travel to watch their team play. So, look, we would love as many people as possible come to Scotland to cheer us on in those 50-over games and the T20s. It'll give the boys a big boost. Hopefully it'll intimidate the opposition, the home team, and the Netherlands as well. And hopefully we can put in a performance that'll make those supporters proud and get them chanting louder and louder. It's synonymous around the world that we know that the Asian teams are very well supported, but the Nepalese people have really got behind their cricket team, and they're so passionate. They just love the game of cricket. They're very knowledgeable as well, and we could use all the help we could get when we get over to into Scotland to play those games. They're going to be difficult games, but if the crowd's there cheering us on, they can make it easy for us. Yeah, look, it's a tough one during series. It's difficult to maintain because you want to keep the players fresh and energised for the matches. A lot of that work needs to be done before you get there. If you shouldn't be cramming for an exam, the night before. So they're going through an extensive physical program at the moment. So I think our S&C Abdul, he's got his work cut out for him, but he's champing at the bit to really make this team the best it can be. I've explained to the players that it's a non-negotiable. They can't be ducking out of sessions. The fitter we are, the better we can use our skills for longer. And we've set a target to be the best fielding team we can possibly be. And the best fielding teams are generally the fittest. I've seen these boys field that they can be, devastating in the cricket field as well. So I just want to make sure that they're fit and ready to go. So each day they can attack the game at 100%. And if we can do that, we're going to frighten a lot of. Yeah, every place is unique, and I'm sure the uniqueness of Nepal will show its head to me as time goes on. But the one thing I have noticed, the people are very friendly. It's a welcoming nation, fantastic hosts, and I'm really excited to start my journey. Unfortunately, it's not in Nepal, but start my journey in the UK and build into it slowly. And then by the time we get back to playing home series back here in Nepal, we'll be well and truly, in an understanding of how we want to play and how we want to go. And I'm sure that the times that we get off, I'll be able to explore what Nepal has for to offer. And I understand it's a beautiful country. I can't wait to get out and see it. Yeah, look, I'd like to have a hand in setting up a sustainable domestic structure, which in the long run will help Nepal keep the conveyor belt of players coming through at a high level. There's the start of it. I'm sure there's domestic cricket going on, but the start of the high performance series, you've got the Nepal Premier League, which I understand is from players that have played it, so it's an excellent tournament to be involved in. The quality of player is up there as well. So look, that's a great start. But to have with the aspirations of playing Test cricket, there needs to be a 3-4 day structure underneath, in whether you play all your divisions or districts, etc. It's going to be difficult because that's going to take a lot of money to get up and running, to provide the facilities, the hotels in every district, everyone having a home ground. So look, baby steps, but the vision is there. It's just a matter of now trying to work out, put the pieces of the puzzle together to make the domestic structure as strong as it possibly can be, to create an environment where players can learn, get better, and then showcase their talent on the world stage. Yeah, look, to all the youngsters out there, boys and girls, cricket's a wonderful sport to create friendships, to travel the world. You don't have to play for the national team to do that. You can be a decent cricketer and get opportunities in other parts of the world as well. So look, it's something that if you really want it, it's a dream. Don't stop chasing your dream. It's something that I dreamt of as a young boy. I never gave up. Always tried to make cricket work for me, and I've been lucky enough to be involved in the game for a very, very long time. So look, message to those young kids: if it's your dream, chase it. Keep trying as hard as you can. Try and be as good as you can all the time. Sport teaches you a lot of things in life too, not just about how to play sport, but how to be a good human, which is very important in this day and age. So if it's your dream, go chase it. Yeah, it's been great. Haven't really had a great deal to do. I was ill for a couple of days, but that wasn't anything to do with Nepal. I brought that in from Delhi. But it's been wonderful. The people in the hotel have been fantastic. The public have been brilliant around the cricket side of things, and getting to know the cricket team and the people who are involved in running Nepal cricket. It's been an easy transition. So far so good. Can't wait to see what's in store in the future, and I'm looking forward to getting teeth stuck into some cricket in this part of the world, just to see how it all operates. And I want to bring that crowd into the ground and make that TU ground a fortress for Nepal cricket.
Thank you so much, sir.
No problem, mate.